on my to-do list.
Miss Laney is Zany. Chapter 9. Plays are boring. The next day, Mia and Ryan were walking up the front steps to school. Maybe Miss Laney isn't a real speech teacher, Ryan said. Maybe she's just some crazy person who loves game shows. Yeah, I said, maybe she kidnapped our real speech teacher and locked her in a grass hut on a desert island. Stuff like that happens all the time, you know. When we got to Mr. Granite's class, 2 guys in overalls were taking the whiteboards off the wall. "What's going on?" Mr. Granite shouted. "Sorry, pal," the guy said as they carried the whiteboard away. "Budget cuts." "Mr. Granite, you've got to do something," Emily said. "I don't want to rock the boat," Mr. Granite said, sadly. "What boat?" I didn't get a chance to ask why everyone's always talking about boats, because guess who came running in the door at that moment? Nobody, because if you ran into the door, it would hurt. But guess who came running into the doorway? It was Miss Laney. She had a laundry bag over her shoulder. "I just thought of how we can save the school," Miss Laney shouted excitedly. "We can put on a play. People would pay to get in. All your parents and friends would come, and we could make $1 million. "I love plays," said all the girls. "I hate plays," said all the boys. "Plays are boring," I said, "especially plays where people start singing for no reason." "It doesn't have to be a musical," Miss Laney said. "We can put on Shakespeare." "I love him," said Andrea. "Over the summer, I memorized the complete works of Shakespeare." What is Andrea's problem? "Maybe the kids should do Romeo and Juliet," suggested Mr. Granite. "That's my favorite play." "Great idea," said Miss Laney. I didn't like where this was going. Miss Laney would probably make me play Romeo, and Andrea was sure to be Juliet. And then the guys would make fun of me and say that I love Andrea. "Wait a minute," I said. "Is there going to be kissing in this play?" "No," Miss Laney assured me. "In fact, Romeo and Juliet is a very violent story. At the end, Juliet stabs herself." "Andrea should play Juliet," I said. "Arlo, that's mean," Andrea said. "And Romeo drinks poison," Mr. Granite added. "Well, Andrea should play him too," I suggested. "You can't have the same person play Romeo and Juliet," Emily said. "We'll have to hold auditions," Miss Laney said. "That will make it fair." She dumped out her laundry bag and made us put on all these weird clothes with puffy shoulders that nobody in their right mind would ever wear. At least I got a sword, which was pretty cool. Then Miss Laney passed out scripts and made us each read a line out loud. Good night, Michael said. "Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow." "What's in a name?" said Emily. "That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet." "See how she leans her cheek upon her hand," said Neil the nude kid. "Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek." After we all read a few lines, Miss Laney made her decision. "Andrea will be Juliet, and AJ will be Romeo," she announced. "I knew it." "Oh," Ryan said, "AJ and Andrea are going to be Romeo and Juliet. They must be in love." "When are you going to get married?" asked Michael. "If those guys weren't my best friends, I would hate them." Miss Laney gave out the rest of the parts, and then we had to start rehearsing. "Oh, Romeo, Romeo," Andrea said. "Wherefore art thou, Romeo?" "I'm right here, dumbhead," I replied. "That's not the line, Arlo," Andrea said, rolling her eyes. We practiced the play for a long time, and then suddenly, guess who walked in the room? It was Mr. Klutz. "To what do we owe the pleasure of your company, Mr. Klutz?" asked Miss Laney. "Did you get $1 million to save the school?" asked Michael. "No," Mr. Klutz replied. "It looks like we missed the boat." "What boat? Why is everyone always talking about boats?" "Do you have more bad news for us?" asked Mr. Granite. "Yes," Mr. Klutz said sadly. "I'm very sorry to tell you this, but Miss Laney, you're fired." "What?" Everybody freaked out. Andrea collapsed on the floor and started sobbing. "Oh, woe, oh, woeful, woeful, woeful day," she said. "Never was seen so black a day as this, oh, woeful day."